Hey guys, Tech Flash here. So the video that we have today is going to be very interesting because I have two of the best phones that money can buy. As you can see, I'm going to be performing a speed test between two flagship phones which are worlds apart. On one side I have the Apple's iPhone 12 Pro, and on the other hand I have Samsung's newly released Galaxy Fold 3. One thing to keep in mind is that the Fold 3 variant that I have with me has the Snapdragon 888 chip, which is also paired with 12 gigs of RAM. The tests that I will be performing today are going to be based on multiple categories. Some are going to be done on a day-to-day task and some are going to be done based on performance. Okay, so starting off with the first test, I'm going to begin by seeing how fast they unlock. I have the Face ID on the iPhone and the fingerprint sensor on the Fold 3, so pressing the buttons at the same time, and I would say that for the Fold 3 may be just a little bit faster in a way, because as soon as it's unlocked it goes up to the main screen, whereas the iPhone just unlocks and you have to actually swipe up for it to go to the main menu. However, one thing that I would like to point out here is that the iPhone unlocks itself as soon as I raise it up, and it recognizes my face, so in a sense it's not like the iPhone unlocking experience is bad in any way. I would give both of them a similar score on this test. The next test we are going to perform is going to be a boot up test. For that I'm going to go ahead and turn both the devices off, and let's turn them back on 3, 2, 1. And the Samsung logo showed up first, and right after that we have the Apple one as well. Let's wait and see which one boots up first. And a lot of people were asking me why we do a boot test. Well, isn't this a bit surprising? The iPhone is up and running now while we're still waiting on the Fold 3 to boot up, so that's something. I did not expect it to take that long, honestly, being the newer one of the two phones. And look at that, it's still loading. Android still hasn't fully booted up yet, which I did not expect, though. The iPhone takes the win on the boot test. The next test that I'm going to be performing is going to be done on the cameras and on random apps. I'm just going to check which one opens up faster. We don't have any apps opened up on the background, so the memory of both should be clear. We'll open both camera apps, and I would say that the iPhone again was a bit faster. I'll go ahead and also open the front camera, and again the iPhone's front camera opened up first. I'll go back to the menu again and open both apps again, and still the iPhone opens up a little bit faster. Now I'll take a picture and just see which one takes the shot first, and okay, let's do that again. More or less about the same. I think I didn't see any difference. Both devices took the shot pretty quickly and at the same time. But I'd like to disturb the peace here and just very quickly mention that the Fold 3's main party trick isn't the speed, but actually the ability to do this and flex on everyone. But this video is for a speed test, so we're going to focus on that for today. In both cases, I would say the speed test was pretty much very similar. In a few places, I would say maybe the Fold 3 had a slighter edge over the apps, whereas the iPhone took the win for the boot test. But overall, pretty impressive results for both, although I will do one last test just on everyday tasks. So let's go ahead and open the clock application, which was quite similar, no difference there. Next, let's open up the calendar, and I think the Fold 3 was maybe a bit faster. After that, we have the calculator, and once more the Samsung was slightly faster. Also, just to mention, the Fold 3 has a 120 Hz display, so it may seem that the apps are opening up much faster than they actually are. And finally, let's open up the file manager, and again I noticed the Fold being just maybe a millisecond quicker. The next test that I will perform is going to be done on some applications which are important, mostly on games. Let's open up the browser application first on both and see which one opens up first. And I would say probably the iPhone was faster, but maybe by just a millisecond. Both are fast enough and it's hard to really tell. Let's move on to some games now, and the first game that I will try is going to be Subway Surfers, and it looks like the Fold 3 was faster this time, but let's go on and start the game. And while it's playing, let me go back and have the apps open in the background. I'm going to open Temple Run now, and again it looks like the Fold 3 took the win again here. And also, are you guys seeing the screen quality? I mean the colors are much more vibrant on the Fold 3. It's honestly a night and day difference. Okay, I'm going to again have this playing in the background and open up the next game, which is going to be Asphalt 9. And maybe you guys noticed that we got a bit of a glitch on the Fold 3 when we're opening up the app. And this is a pretty heavy game, so it will take up some performance here. And surprisingly, the Fold 3 again takes the win. And you'll notice again that there are some aspect ratio problems on the Fold 3. Now this time with the game and actual gameplay, you can maybe see that the iPhone is picking up things a bit faster, not by much, maybe a second or so. Although the initial load was better on the Fold, and in general both did a good job, so both take the win here. The final game that I will be opening up is going to be the beloved PUBG, while all the other apps are still open in the background. And again, we can see a bit of an issue with the aspect ratio of the Fold 3, but if I open it up, it looks like it's working fine on the unfolded state. And I would say that the Fold 3 seems to open the game up a bit faster, although both games show different menus because both are completely different operating systems. So if you're an iPhone user, you may see a few differences as compared to the Android version of the game. So let's now start the game, and I gotta be honest, I really couldn't tell because at some places the iPhone was quicker and in some the Fold, but right now the Fold started the gameplay first, and I gotta say this may as well be the best phone to play PUBG. I mean, look at the screen. The iPhone display looks so restricted in front of the Fold 3. And as far as the graphics are concerned, the Fold 3 gives us HDR Extreme, and also the same thing on the iPhone. Although the Fold 3 comes with a better display because it is a 120Hz display, it still gives us the same settings for the resolution and quality of the game on both phones. And all of the games that we opened up are still running in the background. I'm going to go back very quickly to Asphalt 9 again just to see how much it affects it. And it was pretty much the same again for the load time, maybe a millisecond quicker on the Fold 3. Let's go back and open up another game. Let's open up Subway Surfers, and both opened up at the exact same time while they were still running in the background. Generally speaking, both did not disappoint. I'm pretty impressed mostly with the iPhone because it's a year-old phone and it still stands up to the Fold 3, which just came out 2 weeks ago. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do drop a like and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.